Hey guys, ALMO here, and therefore the more excited with the channel. And today we have a new mic that I get so we can have better sound quality in those videos. And thank you so much for reaching 100 subscribers. If you did not subscribe yet, please do, as this helps me know you are liking the content. Like and comment as well. And with all of that said, let's go to the video. Here we are in the function app. We have only a component named count here. The component is just a normal counter. If you do not know how to do that, I'll leave a video in the card where I teach how to do this. You can pause this, go watch, and then come back. So let me say why use context is important. Well, for exemplification, we need another component. Let's name it Miho. And we are gonna export const, then it will be Miho be equal to a function. I forgot the arrow. Now everything is good. Return. The return will have, let's add a React fragment just for good measure. Now that we have done that, we can add h2. The h2 will have Miho, and we will add a 0 value. We're saving that, and now we are gonna use that component. Not import. Let's go to Miho. Miho. We are saving that, and right here it is. But there is a problem. If I click and count, the Miho will not change. And why that happens? That happens because our user state is not in here. It's inside our counter property. So there is a way to fix it. Let's just change the user state from here to here. And we are also gonna need the import. Now we have the import, and now these values need to pass for our counter component through properties. So let's name a property as count and pass the count, and name another one called set count and pass a value set count. We're gonna save that, and we are gonna obtain it inside the counter. So we have count, and we will have our set count. We're gonna save it, and it just need a refresh on the page. We are gonna do the, we are gonna pass the count to a Miho as well. Let's save this, and let's get the count right here, count, and we are gonna replace the 0 for count. Saving it, we have that everything is working fine, but there is a problem. The problem is that our count is not inside of counter, and the app function has nothing to do with this const, so it is kind of out of place. And that in a bigger project might make things difficult. So there's another way, and we don't need to use this. We can just use useContext and place it inside counter and inside mirror without the need to use properties. So if that's the case, let's comment this. Let's remove the properties. We do not need our use state anymore. Now everything is working fine. Let's create the context. The context will be, we'll have a new folder. The name will be count. And let's import create context from React. Now we are gonna export const count context. This will be equal to create context. It will receive no value for now, and we will also export as default a provider that will be called count provider. It will receive children, and that's it for now. Let's make a return. In this return, we'll have our count context dot provider, and inside in here we'll have the children. As this is a React function, we can also use hooks in here. So let's use useState. Const. Let's place count and set count in here. This will be equal to useState. We receive a 0 value. Please notice that the import was done. And now we need to pass this state as a value. So in here, it will have value. This will be equal to our object. Inside here, we'll have count and set count. Because we are passing this value down. So now the context is already done. We can already use it. So let's put the count and the set count inside this object. This will receive our use count, use context, and inside here we'll have our count context. Please notice that the import was done, and in here we have an error. This is due to a provider is not being used right now. So what we need to do is we need to have the count provider around the code that we are gonna use the context. So it will be right here. Please notice that the import was not done this time, so we need to do it ourselves. It is imported as default. So we do not need to put inside an object. Now we are receiving an error. This is due to the properties. This is not being used anymore. I'm gonna update it, and everything is working fine as it should be. But we are already using useContext. This is fine. This is how it should be. But there is one thing. We can make this code even better. So how we are gonna do this? Well, we are gonna right now we are using 2 imports just for the useContext. Well, we can make it so we just need to import one thing. For that, we will create our own hook. So we'll use useContext inside in here, so we do not need to export it anymore. Let's create a function here, export const. Just remember, all hooks start with use. So this right here will be fine. In here we'll have a const named context. This will be equal to useContext. Please make the import. Now that's done, this will be equal to countContext. And now we are gonna get the const, this const right here. So let's copy that. This will be equal to our context. And now we are gonna return it. We can save it now. And how does this make our life better? Well, this make the life better because instead of importing all of that, we don't need to import the useContext anymore. We are gonna import just useCount. useCount, and inside here we are gonna get useCount. We can save this, and now we can see that with only one import the things are already working. So this that we did for the counter component will do the same for the mirror. So let's uncomment this, uncomment this. We do not need the property anymore. We can save it, and now we are not receiving the property anymore. We can just copy what we have in here, copy in here. We also need the import. And we do not need the set count. Now we can see that everything is working, and the useContext is the best, is in the best solution possible. So if you like this video, please comment, like and subscribe. This really helps me know you're liking the content. Please add me in social media. The links for it will be down in the description. Also, the code will be in the comments. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.